Everyone knows that the beginning of a relationship can be really fun and filled with suspense, especially if you're super attracted to your new crush. Everything feels brand new and exciting, and you can't wait to tell them about your day, and they're constantly on your mind. Some people call this the honeymoon stage. Guys, I'm here to tell you, you have to be careful so you don't get caught up in this honeymoon phase excitement and then you miss all of the red flags. The thing is, it's easy to overlook signs in the early stage of dating because you're so in love, you're so passionate, you're in this honeymoon stage. But if you overlook them, it's gonna lead to some pretty big disappointments down the line. So I'm about to save you some heartbreak. Cut her off if she does these 7 things early in your relationship. Here we go. Red flag number 1 is she's not matching your energy. Look, the beginning of your relationship, you each have to put in your own energy, time, and attention to keep the relationship going. Just like in tennis, players have to work together to keep the ball in play. So if you're putting in a lot of effort to keep the game going and she's barely giving any back, that's not a good sign. If she takes hours and hours to respond to you, maybe even days, right? If she doesn't really show interest in you, in your hobbies, in your family, in what you do, if she's constantly canceling plans without a good reason, don't make any excuses for her. Dude, just take the hint and move on to someone who's willing to respect you, because that's what it comes down to. There are plenty of people out there who are going to appreciate your time and the effort that you put into this relationship, and they're happy to match your energy. The next big red flag is excessive need for attention. Waving red flag. Too much of anything is never a good thing, and that's extremely true when it comes to a new relationship. Yeah, it's nice to be wanted, it's nice to be loved, but if she's just demanding attention at all times, not giving your relationship the time and the space that it needs to develop naturally, there are probably some deeper issues that you don't know about that could have some negative side effects later. An excessive need for attention is a sign of low self-esteem and insecurity. Maybe they're needy because they don't feel confident or fulfilled in their own lives. Also, being around someone who needs constant validation and reassurance, that's really suffocating and not worth the time. And look, I understand that cutting someone off your life isn't as easy as it sounds, right? It can be challenging, frustrating, and sometimes you might even start doubting yourself. Am I making the right choice? Was that not the right person? Am I the problem? Those thoughts are normal, but how you interpret them and what you do with those thoughts, that changes everything. I've been working with today's video sponsor, BetterHelp, for a long time now, and it's one of the best ways for you to talk to someone who you can trust. An unbiased opinion from someone who can help you collect your thoughts, who can help you move forward. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. They have a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide variety of issues. You can book an appointment discreetly to talk to your therapist whenever you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, phone call, or video call. Look, the fact that you can message someone anytime and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you, it's actually very comforting. You have someone on your side who can help you when you're going through tough times or when you're just in need to unload, to get things off your chest. And if your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge, no questions asked. BetterHelp just wants to give you the support that you need to live a healthy, happy life. Now, I'm a big believer in therapy for this specific reason. We live in a crazy, fast-paced life. When do you have time to unpack your thoughts and discuss them with an unbiased person who can actually give you good advice? When do you even have time to talk about the meaningful things in life without getting judged? In this day and age, therapy is healthy, it's recommended, and it's affordable and accessible, so it's a no-brainer. And with the link in my description below, you get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp, which makes it an even better deal. Click the link, get matched with the right therapist who will help guide you through those moments. It's that first link below. So the next reason why you might want to cut someone off is if she's lying about the little things. Lies, even if they're about small things, maybe especially if they're about small things, will break away the trust in your relationship. If you catch her lying about the little things, then you start wondering whether or not she's lying about the bigger stuff as well. How can you have an authentic relationship if you don't actually know who the person you're dating really is? Next is being stuck in the past. If she's constantly talking about her exes, that's usually a bad sign for your relationship. Maybe she's trying to make you feel jealous and insecure by comparing you to her last guy friend, boyfriend, whatever, or maybe she's just not over him yet. But whether it's a manipulation tactic or unresolved feelings, it's not a good sign, right? Her relationship with you is probably not going well. And I cannot emphasize this enough. If she's holding on to feelings for her ex and she talks about him all the time, you should probably cut her off, or at least have a decent chat with her and see what's going on. Have a heart to heart. And insecurity actually takes us to the next red flag, which is jealousy. Look, it's completely normal to feel a little jealous when you're not sure where you stand in a new relationship yet, especially in a new relationship, right? But you need to watch out. If she's already getting jealous over little things, that's a sign of bigger problems to come, and you might not want to be involved with that. It's natural to be a little bit guarded, cautious at first, but being in a relationship with constant jealousy, that's a nightmare. It could mean that she's possessive, she has control issues, or maybe she just has really serious trust issues. It's gonna be impossible to build a healthy relationship if she doesn't trust you, if she doesn't believe a word that you say, if she doesn't give you the room that you need to breathe. Now, the next reason why you might want to cut her off is if she's not in the same stage of life as you. Dating someone who's not in the same stage of life as you can be hard for a number of reasons. Maybe you're at different levels of maturity, especially emotional maturity. If you're dating someone who's way younger or older than you, then they probably have different lifestyles and interests than yours, which is okay, unless that means that you want completely different things from this relationship, right? If she wants one thing, you want another thing completely different, it doesn't matter if you're attracted to each other, it's probably not gonna work out in the long term. For example, you're in your early 20s, you're just starting your career, you're probably more focused on going out, building a network of friends, establishing that lifestyle. But on the other hand, if you're dating someone older, more settled in their lives, they're probably gonna be more focused on putting roots down, starting a family. How can you be successful in a relationship with someone if you don't agree on what you both want from life? You're just not matching that energy and your values are not aligned. It's probably not gonna work unless you really talk about it and come to a great solution. Speaking of values, that's the next thing that you should watch out for. Having different values, that's a bad sign for your relationship because it can create a lot of conflicts and disagreements that won't be resolved easily, because when it comes to your values, that's what you're rooted in. Right? That's what you truly believe in. Values are gonna guide your behavior, influence the way that you see the world. And if you and your partner have completely different values, that's gonna cause a lot of misunderstandings. For example, if you value honesty and transparency and openness, and she values privacy and discretion, that's gonna be difficult. You're not going to be on the same level when it comes to communication. Another example is you value financial stability and long-term planning, but maybe she's living in the moment and being spontaneous. That's gonna make it pretty difficult to make decisions together and plan for the future. And by the way, I don't mean to come off negative in any way. I think it's actually very important that you do talk to your partner and try to figure these things out early on so you know where you're headed. Having that early, open transparency and communication early on is gonna save you time, headaches, and arguments. So if you notice one of these things, bring it up, have a chat about it, see if you can get over it, but if not, you know what to do. And you should definitely watch this video here to know the 6 things that girls absolutely hate when guys do. And of course, thank you so much for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.